I sold over $1,000 worth of product on this 3-day holiday weekend. But what did I sell? And more importantly, what did I actually profit? Stay tuned to find out. This is a red cord mini exercise equipment thing. I don't know, I guess you could use it if you want to become a member of Cirque du Soleil, Blue Man Group, or do other adult activities like exercising apparently. This sold for $195. And a few weeks ago, I also sold just one strap that went to the same system. It wasn't from this kit, and that sold for $30. Realize I left the price tag still on here. I had sold already one of these, so I only took a picture of one of them. This is a Malibu Brightscapes landscape light. This sold for $35, and as you can see, I paid $3.99 for it at Goodwill. Anyways, this is something that would have been discontinued, so if somebody needs to add another light or replace one, they're going to go to eBay or Mercari or Poshmark or some not black market site, but third-party site to get a replacement that they need. The last bits to my Ninja blender sold. As I've talked about in the 2 previous videos, I parted out a blender. These are just the individual cups to make your, your summer drinks or your smoothies, your protein shakes, whatever. This set of 4 sold for $19. Okay, this is a hose faucet timer. This sold for $29. And I listed this as new open box because as you can see, it looks like somebody sliced it open, changed their mind. It still looks brand new. And let me tell you, we don't need to be doing any watering where I'm at in Florida right now. It has been raining for the last 3 or 4 days straight. And it's supposed to rain for the next 2 weeks. Yay for Florida, the Sunshine State. And actually, fun fact, where I live, we get more rain than Seattle, Washington does. That's not a fun fact if you live here and you have to deal with the rain, though. This G.I. Joe action figure is going somewhere overseas, not entirely sure where. This sold on the eBay International program for $42. If you're not already doing the eBay International program, it's super easy to do. All you do is pack it up just like you normally would. It goes to a hub and eBay takes care of the rest. You don't have to fill out any special tax forms or anything like that. It's super easy. Do you ever have stuff that you just have for like a while and then all of a sudden stuff from that same month just starts selling? Well, that's these next 2 items that I'm going to show you. This is a whale rug that I picked up, I believe, 2 years ago. It's a Pottery barn rug. Very cool. I don't know why it took so long to sell. This sold for $54. I believe this was also in maybe possibly one of my original Thrift With Me videos that I did. And from that same era, I'm pretty sure the same month, these Emery gym shorts, they're Champion brand reverse weave. These sold for $30. Now, over the weekend, I went through and relisted about 30 to 40 of my items completely, redid the comps on them, moved around a few words. This is something that sold, overnight. And then I also sold this item. Again, I think it was the same month and everything as those last 2 items I just showed you, the whale rug and the shorts. This sold on Mercari pretty much right away. I think within like an hour after I listed it, maybe even sooner than that. But this sold for $40. I got this at a consignment sale, and I really thought it would have sold a lot quicker. It's like almost like a Polly Pocket-esque, but, a little bit bigger, miniature castle. I thought it was super cool. I would have loved to have something like this when I was a kid. So, anyways, relist your stuff and reprice it. Get that sale stuff going. Obviously, don't wait 2 years, Anyway, so I'm not sure if I sprinkled a little bit of pixie dust on these items, but I'm glad they're gone. That's 3 sale items out of my inventory. This is where strawberry milk comes, pink and white cows. This is Maribel. She's a Rust plushie, and she sold for $25 on Mercari, and she does have a little bit of a chewed ear that is, of course, disclosed in my description. I feel like it's been a while since I've sold a Levy, but this one's from Target, and it sold for $35. And I like his little blank face here. That's me after my kids ask the same question for the 3rd time in a row. School isn't even out for all kids yet, but some people, I guess, are already thinking about back to school. This is a North Face backpack, and it sold for $49 on Poshmark. This is one of the smaller ones. This is a kid-sized backpack. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, maybe some mom or dad is already dreaming and thinking about the day that their kid goes back to school and is not bugging them all day long. What they can do because they're bored and it's only 8 a.m. This morning from a Facebook Marketplace, I sold some Baby Breeza stirring discs or wheel, something that goes to the Baby Breeza machine. So just like with that Ninja blender, I parted out this Baby Breeza formula making machine. One, I could make probably about $30, $40 more by parting out the entire machine. Two, I don't have to worry about testing it and making sure it works. There sure as heck ain't any babies in here. I mean, I probably could just, put some water in there to make sure it works and everything, but that's more work. And again, plus since if I part it out, all the items are easier to ship. Anyways, these discs sold porch pickup for $10, and they sold pretty much right away. Surprisingly, as for porch pickup, this guy was missing just the scraper from his Baby Breeza machine. And I'm always shocked by what sells for porch pickup on Facebook Marketplace. Truly, you have no idea who's looking for what. This is why it's really important to list everything on every marketplace platform that you are on. This is a Dyson crevice tool. Now, this was like a freebie to me. I bought a Hoover kit of vacuum tools that sold a couple of weeks ago, and this was accidentally inside that kit. So this is, complete freebie for me. This sold for $10. And I've sold other Dyson parts before. I don't like to ship vacuums, but I will take vacuums apart and sell the tools, the canisters, the hoses, stuff like that. Or if you have a vacuum and you don't use a certain tool, just go ahead and sell it and get a few extra bucks for it. Okay, I'm not going to unfold these, but these are Pottery Barn Kids denim curtains, believe it or not. These are really heavy. Anyway, so I got these at a church sale, and of course they were folded all nice and neat, just like this. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. And I got home, opened them up. They're all like bleached on the inside and sun faded, so I don't know what happened. Of course, I put that in the description. And this is, one of those church sales where everything is priced fairly cheaply. So it's just kind of like supermarket sweep. You're just running around and grabbing everything and like stuffing into my IKEA bag, trying to get as much as I can. So this was a swing and not a miss because I still made money off of that. Just not as much as I would have liked or thought I was going to make originally, but that's okay. So these sold for $35 for the pair. Okay, I need to lint roll this thing because it is sucking up everything in this room. Actually funny, I used to be a supervisor at JCPenney over the men's department, and which included men's suits, but of course those are just JCPenney brands, nothing high end. So this is a more higher end brand that's something Jacques Penney would sell. This is Yves Saint Laurent, or however you would say that. I feel like Franck from Father of the Bride. Now this has been altered and there was no size tag on it. So I had to make sure I included a lot of measurements in the listing. I made sure the buyer saw them. This sold on best offer for $100. I love picking up needlepoint pillows. People love the look of them. I don't think this is a handmade pillow. I'm pretty sure this is like a factory made one or something that was made for a factory. Monhagen Island. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that. It looks cute. It looks idyllic. It looks like someplace you go to either regain sanity or lose sanity. Anyways, this sold on best offer for $30. Next up, I'd like to introduce you to the idols of my almost 6-year-old nephew. They are the Minions. These are part of the freebies that I found on the side of the road on my golf cart video. I was just going to put these in my consignment thing or in my Halloween bucket. Wasn't sure which one I was going to do, but I said, well, somebody might want these for like a cake topper. Anyway, so I decided to list them as a set, and these sold for $8 for the set, and that's free profit, free money right there. And that sold in like 2 weeks, I want to say. Anyway, so that's an idea. If you have like little figurines of your kids, like a whole bunch of them or a few of them, advertise them as birthday cake toppers, because I guarantee you somebody is looking for something they could put on their kid's birthday cake, because they don't always sell the thing your kid wants. And where are you going to go? The black market, aka eBay. Okay, this tiny little compact is actually an Estee Lauder, and this sold for $30. As you can see there, it doesn't look like it's even been touched or used. Okay, and take a load at these tiny little kittens. This is the mama kitten here, but wait and see how tiny the little babies are. Oh my gosh, they're so little. I mean, look at that. Incredibly small. These are, I'm going to butcher the name again, Hagen Renneker. I'm not sure if I pronounced that. I'm sure I did not pronounce that correctly. Little miniatures, ceramic miniatures. People collect these. So last year at the thrift store, I got a baggie full, like a Ziploc bag full of these little miniatures, and it's amazing more of them didn't break. This one has a little part of his tail is missing, and I had another one that had a chipped ear. But for the most part, they were all in really good condition, excellent condition. So this kitten family sold for $36. Now, you really need to be careful on some of these Hagen Raneker figurines. Some of them are worth a lot. I've sold some for like $40, $50, $60 for just a single figurine. So look out for those. They unfortunately do not have any markings on them, but they'll have like a little hole in the bottom. They're ceramic glazed. I mean, you could tell they're a nice quality. They're painted well. So like, look at the eyes. They're painted nicely. They're not like some amateur job. There are a few websites that I'll put in my description box to help you ID what these are. They have a specific name and a specific number, and that'll help collectors find your listing. So if you wanted, you could become a crazy cat lady. If not, maybe a real cat, but you could be a crazy cat lady of little tiny ceramic cats. This is a nice little starter collection here of 4 cats. 4 cats, that's a starter pack. Okay, this is another attic treasure. These are heavily circulated but collectible coin set. It's from the Littleton Coin Company. And this set sold for $16 for this $50 and this Mercari dime. All right, I just listed this the other day. It's a Gerber baby quilt baby blanket. I picked this up at the thrift store for a few dollars. There were no other ones like it that I could find. Pretty rare item. And it came with the crib sheet also. I got a message this morning from a potential buyer offering me $40. Now, I had this listed for $75. She said that she had this exact same blanket and it was turning into crumbles and she was looking to replace it. Well, I just listed it, so I'm really not looking to reduce my price by half because I really felt like it was worth it, especially because I could not find any others like this. I mean, messages like that tug on my heartstrings, but bills tug on my purse strings even harder. And I knew it was worth around the $75 I was asking. Anyways, moments later, the boyfriend messaged me and said that he would buy it for her, and this sold $60. I just love odd things that sell. This came in a kit of Norelco shaver parts that I picked up at a church sale. Now, the shaver itself did not have the charger, and incidentally, I found out that all the individual attachments were actually going to be worth more than the shaver had it been complete anyways. Cleaned them up. They had like grandpa's whiskers or somebody's whiskers that I don't want to think about inside of it. Just a little quick rinsey-do on that. And you might think, well, that's pretty gross. Well, some of y'all are out there cleaning off doggy doo-doo after shoes, so this is a lot easier. Anyways, this one little piece sold for $25. On Facebook Marketplace, I sold this Estee Lauder Smoothing Feet Manicure Pedicure Treatment. I like how they spelled feet on there. Little pun. Originally, I had this list for $35. Buyer asked me if I would take $25, and we kind of went back and forth. I said, well, I do $30, and then she said, well, what about $30 with free shipping? Well, that's the same thing as $25. Anyway, she really wanted it, and again, this is something I didn't have a comp to base it off of. Just got it. I'd rather sell it for the $25 than possibly maybe not getting the $35 later on. Again, this is a discontinued product, and because it is used, I can't sell this on eBay, so my pool of buyers goes down by a lot because I could only list this on Mercari, Posh, and Facebook Marketplace. Anyways, I'm happy with that. $25. Let me tell you about my smoothing feet treatment. It's called Walking Around Barefoot in Florida on the Sidewalks. I recommend it. Okay, we've now reached the very juicy end of the video where we find out what did I really make on that stack of packages. Well, first off, I have a little bit of a confession to make. When I was originally figuring out those figures, I included shipping into my eBay total. Now, to be fair, when you look at your eBay totals, it includes taxes and shipping and everything that the buyer pays into it. In fact, anytime you see somebody's 90-day total screenshot, that includes the whole kit and caboodle, the whole enchilada, the whole boat. So shipping, taxes, and everything that the buyer pays. And then eBay fees come out of the entire amount that the buyer pays. So, confessions aside, the difference that I made between eBay, including the shipping, and what I said at the beginning was negligible. So let me give you the entire breakdown. With eBay shipping, I brought in $1,131.54. Now that's across Mercari, eBay, Poshmark, and Facebook Marketplace. If I just did the product total with eBay, that was $938. Now my fees across the platforms, My eBay fees were $321.21. Mercari fees were $26.04. Poshmark $9.80, and Facebook Marketplace only $1.61. So that total with fees and shipping is $353.66. Now on all the platforms, I do have the buyer pay shipping. So that total before my cost of goods is $777.88. Cost of goods, which is how much I paid for these items. Now, as you noted, some of these items I got for free or they were personal items. So the cost of goods was $85.97. So that brings me a grand total of $691.91. Now, that's pretty good. Now, I do want to reiterate that this was a 3-day weekend, so that does have an extra day's worth of sales in there, so it's not just a true Saturday, Sunday. So anyways, I'm really happy with that. I'm caught somewhere between a part-time and a full-time seller, and I am looking to grow and increase my sales as the years goes on. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a great big thumbs up. Give me a comment down below and let me know what your sales were like this weekend. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye!